What's up, everybody? So it's about 2 days out from completing the GORUCK Star Course DC 50 miler, and thought I'd kind of wrap up this video with just some final thoughts about this Star Course. I think the first thing that really stands out in my mind about this event is I didn't realize how much of a team event it really was. So obviously you're required to have a team of 2 or more, and I guess I just never thought of it as a team event, though. It was just going to be the guys that I was out rucking with. But I think what I learned through these 50 miles is that without that team, this would have never happened for me. In fact, even as I look at our team, I'd reached out to my buddy RJ and to see if he'd do this with me, and he said, "Oh, I'm actually already doing it with a guy named Ryan, but you're welcome to join us." And I was like, "Well, I don't know this Ryan dude," and to be very honest, and I feel like RJ would agree with me, like RJ and I, if we would have done this by ourselves, we wouldn't have finished. Ryan was an integral part of the team and really helping to motivate us and make good decisions and push us when we needed to be pushed. And I'm sure that RJ and I both contributed different aspects to how we approached the night and how we completed the event. But it really was a team event. We had to make decisions together. We had to encourage one another. We had to push each other. We had to, tell stories and tell jokes to keep each other going. So I think that was the biggest surprise for me at the end of this is how important the team is for this event. From just like a gear perspective and things like that, you saw my loadout before, you saw my shoes and all that stuff. I was happy with everything. I had some mild chafing, so the trail toe was great for helping me with that. The shoes worked out perfect. I loved them. They worked great. The double sock system, the Ngigi toe socks and the regular socks on top were perfect. In fact, during the event, I never took off my shoes. Like I just kind of had this feeling like if I took them off and started messing with stuff, it was going to get ugly. And so I just, I paid attention to my feet, and they kind of hurt and burned for a while, like 45 miles. But I never really felt like there was anything horrible going on in there. And sure enough, they held up. And I'm just going to chalk that up to genetics. I mean, to go 50 miles and not even have like the smallest of blisters is just weird. But I'm thankful for it. Got good feet. What can I say? So like tips and advice that I would give to anybody thinking about doing this. First off is train. I didn't train for this, just at all. Just my regular fitness routine, lots of CrossFit, occasional rucks with some buddies, but no serious mileage underweight. That was a mistake. At 20 miles, it became apparent that this was going to be just a sufferfest. So definitely train for this. You can grit it out, but it'll hurt. Stopping is bad. I hated stopping so much. I just kind of wanted to keep going all the time. But you've got to make those stops. You've got to stretch during those stops. But boy, those stops can get real long. So we tried to have a set amount of time for each stop, and we always went over that time. Our first major stop, we were like, let's make it 5 minutes, and then like it ended up being 30. That was rough. And each stop after that was really hard. Don't stop. Just start walking and keep going. And then, pick a good team. Make sure that you got people that are going to push through this with you. And, stuff's going to happen, but make sure that they've got your back. Hydrate. You've got to make sure that you're getting those fluids and electrolytes in all day long. We had some issues with cramping and stuff like that you've just got to make sure that stuff's in you, and even starting your hydration days in advance, making sure that you're ready for this. And then just know it's just going to hurt. It's going to hurt bad. My ankles are still pretty sore. I went to the gym today and, just did a real easy 1,500 meter row. Been doing some push-ups and stuff like that just to be moving, but body's gonna ache for a little bit, but it's amazing. During the event, I was cursing it and saying how, one and done, never do another 50. But that's the thing about these events is, like, they're so hard. Like, the adversity that you face and pushing your body and making your body do what it doesn't want to do, and crossing that finish line, there's something so amazing to look back at that and to look at all that I learned about myself and about my friends and about what we can accomplish is just it's amazing, and you want that feeling again. I want that experience of coming against something that's really, really difficult and saying, you know what, I'm going to take another step. There's 30 miles left, I'm going to take another step. There's 20 miles left, I'm going to take another step. There's a mile left, I'm going to take another step. Something about that, to know that you did it, to know that you accomplished it, I love that feeling. And so I don't know if I'll do it this year, but the New York 50 sounds pretty cool, so I'll give that a look. But yeah, if you have any questions, drop them in the comment section of the video on YouTube or on the Ruck.beer blog post, where I'm going to have a bunch of links to all my gear and different stuff that we had going on. But yeah, DC Star Course, any Star Course, get out there, do it. It'll hurt, but it'll be fun.